Welcome everyone. As in our last video, we covered the whole linking of your official account to your actual code base and getting WeChat to connect your system with WeChat and your official account. What we're going to do in this demo is just run through the basic responses that you can send to the user. In the last video, we went through the whole authentication process. We showed you how to echo out the echo string when the signature matches, and then we had a little if statement that said logic goes here. So we're just going to carry on from there. If you haven't seen the previous video, I would suggest you go through the entire process there before you carry on with this video. So over here you can see we've got the code as per the previous demo. What we're going to do now is just handle WeChat posting information to us and then respond appropriately. Note, as per the documentation, WeChat does say that you have to respond timelessly within 5 seconds, otherwise they will not send the response to the user. So looking at the documentation over here for the messaging API, you will see that they say when a WeChat user sends a message to an OA, it will post it to you via the URL provided. So WeChat will post to our script XML in this format, and then we can respond. So we'll interpret that XML message from them, and we will go and respond to that with these message replies they give us here. Currently the only ones available are text message, music message, and then rich media messages. When a user goes and sends us a text message, we'll start off with the basic one over here. You'll see this is the format that the XML comes in. Now, working with a third-party API, I would always recommend that you start building from the start. You build in some sort of debugging mechanism, otherwise you're going to sit for hours and try and debug the problems that you're experiencing. So let's go back to our script where it says logic goes here. So I think the first step would be for us to connect to a database, and then every time WeChat posts some XML to us, we will write that to a database so that we can see what's going on in the background. Because it's in the WeChat interface and you can't do your debugs and print R's on screen, I recommend either logging via file logging, or you can do the database logging as we're going to do here. So for us to log this information, let's connect to the database over here. I'm just going to create a connection here, MySQL connect, and I've predefined these details, so db host, db user, db password. Going to select the database, and then we should have a database connection. I'm not going to go into detail, pretty sure you know exactly what to do here. Let's just do a SQL query. What we want to do here is insert into a table that I've created. So going back, you'll see here I've created a table called Xml Logs, which has an ID, XML in, date, and get params. So this will allow us to see what's going on in the background. Go into content, you'll see there's no data in there right now. All we want to do, insert into XML Logs. We're connecting over here, we're selecting the database, and then we're doing an insert into XML Logs, a field called XML in, the values. This is now where we're going to get to. So when WeChat posts, once someone has sent a message, the post will come into this else over here. So what we want to do is we want to capture the information that WeChat has sent us. And the way they post directly to the script. Now this is really important because they do not mention that in the documentation. So in order to capture that, right here I'm doing a file get contents, and then PHP :/ input. What that does is when any script posts directly to PHP, now in ASP and .NET, all these languages will be completely different. However, here this is how you capture anything posted straight to a script. So it's not like a form post, it's a direct post to your script. And this is the way to capture it. So in body, we'll get the full contents of whatever gets posted to our script. So what I'm going to do over here, just going to comment that out for now, and I'm going to paste the body in there. So all we're doing here is we're inserting into XML logs, and let's just run that query. I'm not going to check if the query is successful, I know it will be. Plus, we are just doing some debugging. So let me upload that for us. So I've uploaded this to the server. What I'm going to do now is go onto my phone. On the official account, I'm going to go into the official account and I'm going to send a message saying hello. Hello, and send. So as soon as the loader disappears, that should have now come into this section over here, gotten the posted XML from WeChat, and then inserted that into our XML logs table. Coming to our XML logs table, I'm going to refresh that, and now you can see there's some information that WeChat has posted to us. So I'm just going to go look at the record, the date automatically set by MySQL, but the important part is the XML in over here, so we're going to double click on that. Here you can see the XML that was posted to us from username, creator, message type, content, and message ID. There you can see the hello that I sent through. So this is a great way to debug and see what is actually happening in the backend, what's WeChat sending to our script, and then from there we can go and start debugging. Right, so we've got our script, we've got some XML coming in, we can see what the XML looks like. So let's have a look at what the documentation says. Documentation says that this is how our text message will look. So if we go and compare that to the XML that we received from them, we'll see that it matches up perfectly. So what we want to do now is we've received a text message, and let's say we want to change when someone says hello, it's going to say hello back at you. So this is an example of how XML comes in. So let's go down to how we want to respond. So we go to message replies. We want to send a text message back and say hello right back at you. So what I'm going to do for this exercise then, I am going to copy the XML straight from the API documentation, and I'm going to go and paste it right in here. So after my insert into the database, I'm now going to create a return variable and paste the XML in there. Let's just indent this. It's just easier to see what is what. So now we are receiving the contents from the post. So let's take that contents. I like to use simple XML load string of the body. Let's move this down to below our insert. And then XML will be in the format as per documentation. So let's go back to the documentation. Message in. So we're going to see we get to username, from user, creator, message type, pick URL, and message ID. So what we want to do, the to user that we are receiving from WeChat will now effectively be the from user. So XML, look at the documentation, that'll be from user name, tag ID. So from user name, and then from username again is the to username. So to username, XML, to username. Just to clarify, the XML simple XML load string takes the string of the XML posted and converts that into an XML object. So we've got a from username, we've got a to username. We want the create time, let's set that to a Unix timestamp. Then the message type is text, and the content we want to say hello back at you. What they say about the func flag is add a star for the message if the bit 0x0001 is set. You can ignore that for now, so we're just going to leave it on 0. We're going to return our XML. So I am in PHP. What you can do is you can actually abort the script and just return the data. So an easy way to do this is either die and then pass in your return XML that we've set up here, or you can go and echo $return and just have an empty die. So let's take that, upload that to the server and see what happens. Right, so I've uploaded the script back onto the server. I'm now going to send a message back into our official account just saying hello again, and WeChat will then respond saying hello back at you. What you can go do is look at our database. We'll see if refresh, a couple of it's come through again. Here's my hello, and everything works as expected. Now it's very possible for you to run into some problems trying to do exactly the same thing. However, most likely what is happening whenever you find problems on your script or WeChat's not responding, most likely the problem is that you're echoing out something apart from your actual XML. So it is really important to make sure that you're not echoing out any errors, any notices, anything except the XML being returned will be a problem, and WeChat will completely ignore what you're sending it. So what I would recommend you do is make sure that you're not using any layouts, make sure that you're not returning any additional HTML. Also, depending on the language, you might need to set the content type as an XML document. However, in PHP it doesn't require you to do that. Thanks for watching.